Well, hello there. I hope you're doing well. And today, we are gonna embark upon a journey that we've been on before. And the said journey is a very peculiar one because it will decide the fate of what will happen within the next couple of days. Not only to us, but to our account, which is more important. And the said fate, what I'm talking about, is summoning for none other than Jinhsi. As the magistrate of Jinzhou, she's a very powerful character, and I like her quite a bit. In fact, I think of her as Ayaka 2.0, you know? All I need is Ayaka 2.0 and we're gonna have the fusion unlike any. But before then, we gotta gather as many resources of as we can possibly get our greedy little handsies on. Right now, we are working with about 10,000 Astrite. Also 69 pools, very nice. Just thought I'd mention that. And 20 limited pools. Now, that is enough to do roughly around 80 pools. And you know, for some of you, that might be enough. But knowing my luck, I'll need at least 160. So, the plan for today is to gather as much, pretty much, resources as I can possibly get. And we'll do some other stuff along the way. But that's the plan for today. Before we begin though, we gotta do some wayplanes. Wasting, shall we say. And since there's double event running right now for, what do you call them, test fields? We're gonna do them, and this will give me time to pre-farm some stuff for Jiyan. And when we get done with that, we're probably gonna start farming for Spectra, since Jinhsi is Spectra, so it's gonna be that. But hi there. Hi Angel, hopefully you're doing great. Alright, let's get started and see if we can get some decent echoes going for ourselves today. Also, I'm on time for once. In fact, I'm sooner than I have to be. You see, you guys? What I tell you? When I said I'm the most punctual man you'll ever see in your life last Friday, I wasn't joking. Alright, these should be relatively easy to do, and we're gonna jump straight into pretty much treasure hunting. We might do some quests along the way, but I'm pretty sure we did already all the events, so there's nothing really to gain from those. And I still haven't explored that much, to be honest. I think I have maybe 100 chests collected, if even there. Well, you see, Angel, it was all a ruse before. I had to lure you into false sense of unsecurity. Only to lure you into a sense of security nonetheless.
Fury boils, burn to ashes.
Imitation. Photosynthesis.
Ready for battle. Tell truth of the song.
Also, I can't see chat for some reason, so I might need to double check after this run what's going on.
My last breath.
Alright, the chat doesn't appear on stream as well. Let me double check. I think Baldrick fell asleep. Couldn't blame him. Just quickly check.
Victory will be ours.
Okay, what's going on? Why are you not showing up? Okay, let me just quickly check. Hi there, Sadik. Hopefully doing great. Apologies about this. I literally, this is the first time I have this issue. Why are you not showing? See, this is what happens when I come early. Things don't work. And then you ask me, guys, why I don't come early. This is exactly why. God. Unbelievable. Okay, chat. Let's try putting a new link, I guess. Maybe that's something doesn't work. Well, I just put a new link, so hopefully that helped. I mean, Boris should be joining the chat. To be fair, to see the messages to begin with, but for some reason he hasn't. Alright, bear with me, guys. Let me see. Okay, they should... Yeah. I don't understand. Oh, there's nothing different. Like, I literally didn't even touch anything. But for some reason, it doesn't work. Okay, Hi there, Kane. Hopefully you're doing great. I am early, but the thing is, I'm early in one way and completely late in another, considering my chat broke down on me for no apparent reason. No, still nothing. God damn it. Oh, you see, guys, this is exactly what happens when I try to stream early. Nothing works. I don't know, just stop working, kinda. I don't know what to tell you. I wasn't even doing nothing, and for some reason it stopped showing up. I pasted a new URL and everything. No.
Victory will be ours.
Okay. I am deliberate whether it's worth it to restart the stream or just roll without chat for today. Because I mean, I do want to see the chat. Makes it way easier. Oh God. Okay, let me try to remove maybe from mods and put in him again. I'm trying everything here, guys. Bear with me. Okay, I re-added him as a mode. I don't know. See, guys, what did I tell you? Every single time I come late, I never had this issue. It's all about coming in early. That what messes it up. If you come in late, everything works. Alright, I'll reset the link once again, and if he doesn't show up, I'll give him some time, and if he doesn't show up in the next 5 minutes, we'll just go with it. You know, I don't want to waste your guys' time. I'll look into it later, but this is the best I can do for now. I don't know if restarting stream will work, because the thing is, it's nothing to do with the stream necessarily, it's just... he should be coming by himself, and, you know, just moderating the chat. There shouldn't be any delay or anything like that.
Victory will be ours.
Alright, I'll tell you what, let's do some tasks at field for a little bit, and if he doesn't show up in the next 5 minutes, I'll reset the stream. I'll do that. Because it does take him a little bit of time, usually. So we'll do that, and if the stream doesn't work out itself, I'll restart. I literally didn't do anything, that's the thing. I didn't tweak with anything, I didn't touch anything. Everything should work as usual.
Tell truth from facade. Fury boils.
Bloom! Grow for me.
As you wish.
Luminous energy.
Tell truth from facade.
Don't, Cyvic, don't you dare. I swear to God.
Wide open. Till my last breath.
I was having a pleasant time alone, you know, with nobody bothering me. I was enjoying the story, enjoying the pace, and these absolute troglodytes, you know, were screaming at me and saying, Lux, rechan. And I was like, why should I? No, the chat literally stopped working and I couldn't see a single message coming through, so I was like, oh, okay, people just don't feel like chatting. And I was like, fair enough. I'll just chill for a little bit.
Use some fertilizer. I'm just low on fluids. Now I'm super dehydrated.
And now they never let me live it down. You mess up once, they'll never forget.
What a clinger.
Total imitation.
Inferno! Tell truth from facade.
Okay, let me see if we got something good. Wrong element though. This is good. We'll take that. We're taking those. Very nice. And let's do the last one.
Listen up. Bask in the sunlight.
Fury boils! Tell truth from facade. I could take it. I could take it.
By the way, it doesn't seem like chat fixed itself, so
Wind Rider!
I don't know what's going on.
Tell truth from facade. Fury boils! Inferno! Tell truth from facade.
Ooh.
Tell truth from facade. Settled. Wind Rider! Fury boils! Feel my wrath! Burn!
I'm keeping an eye on chat and I see nothing. I tried everything I could. I don't understand what's going on. There's no arrows, there's nothing.
Ready for battle.
Bloom.
Might have to reserve from reading from my phone again. Cramping my neck.
Fury boils! Break! Tell truth from facade.
Hey there, Greg. Glad to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Wrong element. Okay, so the chat still doesn't work. I don't know why. I might have to restart. I swear to God. Okay, let me try one last ditch of resort, and if that doesn't work, then I'm lost. Still nothing, huh? Ooh. Hmm. Even my on-screen chat stopped working, so I don't know what's going. Oh wait. I think. You know what? Let's do another one, I guess. While I'm at it, might as well.
Inferno. Wind Rider. My last breath. Fury boils.
Listen up.
My last breath. Burn! You're wide open. Tell truth from facade. Ready for battle. Settled. Tell truth from facade. Wind Rider. Finale. Till my last breath. Tell truth from facade.
All right, I think I'll probably just give up on that one because I can't see any way to fix it. You know what? It's not worth waiting time. Honestly, I'll just read from my phone today.
Bask in the sunlight.
It's fine.
Fury boils. As you wish. Burn to ashes.
Bloom. Photosynthesis.
Burn.
Absolutely. I mean, I used to read from my phone all the time. And the thing is, I would just usually pull it on my lap and I would literally neck it down. Because I don't have any other place to put it where I can see it very well. Because the screen is tiny. So I need to, you know, have it almost right in front of my face. Well, that's alright. You know, maybe at some point today, Baltrix will decide to show up. I mean, to be fair, Montefi is probably my favorite character gameplay-wise. I love that man. And not just because I resemble him quite a lot. Both in spirit and in attitude. Ooh, don't lag. Look, Greg, stop with your fun facts. I'm pretty sure there's nobody in chat that doesn't know the fan fact in me. You know that the fact is only fun if you don't know it. But if you know the fact, craziest thing, I don't think it becomes very well, very fun. Okay, I literally tried everything. I tried to reset it. I tried to change it. There's absolutely nothing I can do now. Well. I mean, if you want to join Greg, you are more than welcome. I'll try one last time, and if that doesn't work, it's gonna be a sad day.
Victory will be ours.
It's June 24. Come on, Sadvik, what are you talking about? Unbelievable, this man. Okay, I reset his mod permissions, so if he doesn't show up in the next 5 minutes, I guess he's just dead. And may his eternal soul rest in peace, I guess. Alright, well, that was worth trying, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah, this Sadvik is always in the future. That man is perpetually living one day ahead. He's hacked into the mainframe and, you know, he's never looked back. Crazy. I wish I created time zones, are you kidding me? The one who manipulates time zone manipulates time. Because technically you can live an extra day if you go from one time zone to another. There's one time zone called GMT plus 14, which we found out on last stream. We literally were just pondering, I think me and Liz, and a few other people, what was the most further in time zone. And we find out there's plus 14 GMT, so to explain to you what that means. UK is in plus 1 GMT, which basically means that right now, in that place, forgot which name it was. For me, it's 9 o'clock, well, almost. For them, it's already 11 AM in the next day. No, wait. $12. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Jesus Christ. No. No, 12, right. 12, because GMT plus 1, yeah. 12 o'clock, okay. 12 o'clock. So they're pretty much already on their lunch break while we are still not even ready for bedtime. That's how crazy it is. Well, that's basically how time zones work. So the lowest one, I believe, is -8, I think. So you can technically live an extra day, almost. -10, right. So you can live pretty much one extra day if you go from time zone to time zone. Absolutely. That's an actual legitimate time zone traveling. And when you think about it, you can live an extra day. You can literally live for twice as long if you go from one time zone to another. You can have an extra day. Your year could be 366 days. Or if it's leap year, 367. You can brag to people that you live longer than them. Legitimately. You say that you can have 2 birthdays, so let's say your birthday is today. You can literally go to their -10 zone and relive it. Which is crazy to think about. Same with any other holiday. Same with your other significant other's holidays. It's crazy how Earth works. Because technically, no matter what time is it for you, there's somebody out there who still hasn't woken up or who is about to go to bed. It doesn't matter which time you are in, there's perpetually somebody who just either woke up or just went to bed.
Tell truth from facade.
I mean, you telling me, Greg. I remember when I learned about like polar opposites of Earth, and you know how technically it's at any given point there's somewhere where it's nighttime and somewhere where it's daytime. So technically, if you move from one time zone to another, you can have eternal daytime or eternal night, which is more up to my speed. So you can literally either never see the sun or never see the moon. That's trippy.
Facade.
But also kind of cool.
Don't you worry. Wind Rider.
Well, I know it's not a perfect sphere. I know it's flat as a pancake, Angel. You don't need to tell me. I know it's a rectangle at best, but, you know, for the sake of the argument, I'm gonna say it's a perfect sphere.
Tell truth from facade. I can take it.
Alright, Greg, let's go treasure hunting. We gotta find some good treasures. I think we also have some mini-bosses still to fight. I'm not sure how many. I can't quite remember. But I think there's at least about 4. There's nothing there. What do you want me to come back to? Greg. What do you mean I walked next to one? There's nothing here. Oh, wait. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I'm blind, okay? I'm clinically blind. I can't see you. Okay, don't judge me. Don't you dare judge me. I swear to God, if one of you judges me, we're gonna have a talk.
Break. Tell truth from facade.
Let me grab that.
Finale.
I mean, technically, the craziest, like, trip I ever had. So, at one point, I had to go from Europe to Japan, and then the next day back. But the problem was that I flew the complete opposite way than I came to, because the flight that I was supposed to take was cancelled. So, they took me all the way around the globe once. And it felt like I was actually experiencing 2 days at once, even though only about, I think, 36 hours passed, but it felt more than 48. So when I went there, it was 9 a.m. in the morning for me. When I arrived, I think it was about 11 p.m. No, it was already next day, so I'm pretty sure it was like either 5 a.m. or somewhere around that time. Basically, add 8 hours, which is 5 o'clock, and then add another 12, which is 5 a.m. So I arrived at about 5 a.m. I stayed there for 1 day, and then I flew back. It was work-related, I didn't really have a choice. And when I flew back, I think I flew the same day at about 10 p.m. And when I arrived back, it was already, I think, 11 p.m. or something. So I technically spent 2 days, but it felt like 1. And it was the craziest experience I ever had. I never felt anything like it. Because your body just kind of gets into this perpetual time rift where you can't quite figure out what time it is. Like, if you ask me while I was in a plane what day it was even, I wouldn't be able to tell you. That's how crazy it was. I was literally lost between time zones. And I never had anything like that ever since. I think I was about 18 at a time when I did that. And honestly, I think I passed out for at least 18 hours after that, because my body just felt exhausted. Even though I slept on the actual plane, my body was just like, you know what? Nope. We're not doing this. We are done. And I was like, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Wait, that was the only semi-surreal experience I ever had with time zones. Other than that, I don't think I had anything similar. Or at least I'm pretty sure I haven't. Yeah, Greg, but you are a weird specimen, you know? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't need sleep. You can survive by nothing but pure Red Bulls and determination. And why I know that is because you told me that you did that before. So, you know, I know all your deepest, darkest secrets when it comes to how you staying alive, even. Alright, I think there's another chest somewhere here. Yeah, but you used to. I remember you telling me you used to drink a lot of them. No, I know now you can drink them because, you know, your condition. But back in the day, remember when, like back in 2022 and early 23, I remember you telling me that you would drink like 5 energy drinks a day. And I was always wondering how you survived. Because it just feels weird that your body was functioning. You sure? Because I swear, I remember something like that. Okay, it might have been somebody else, but I distinctly remember we had a similar conversation.
Tell truth from facade.
Because I never drank energy drinks, I can stomach them. I literally cannot even drink one, they make me feel sick. Like, legitimately. I remember I tried Monster once, in high school, and I swear to God, after drinking about half of it, I almost threw up. And I don't know if it's because I can't stomach the sugar, that it has because it was sweet as hell, or just my body rejects caffeine, because I don't drink coffee either. In fact, I don't think I ever had a cup of coffee. At all. Of any kind. The only caffeinated drinks I had was... I guess...
Safe distance advised.
I guess black cheese, as hard as it went for me, was caffeine. I literally never had anything stronger. I guess Red Bull was technically the strongest I ever had, because I used to drink a little bit of Red Bull when I was younger. Before, like, judo competitions to give me, like, energy boost. Because I used to be super tired all the time. Since I had to, like, travel a lot. So, what my coach would suggest is, like, work out. And then get inside of me some energy drinks. Which I used to do.
As you wish.
So, I would get, like, half a Red Bull in me. And, like, run for 2 hours straight to wake up. Which was very unhealthy, but, you know. Not the running, but the energy drinks. Well, I used to do that. And I think maybe that's why I can't stomach them now. Because as a kid, I had zero issues with them. But as an adult, I just can't. I can't. Even mere mention of them makes me sick.
Let's do this another way. Never mind.
Hi there, Big Don. Hopefully doing great. I mean, I just doing it for fun. I'm not doing it for exposure, Don. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't have been doing it. Okay. Let's see what else we got. I think this area actually doesn't have that much chests around. Okay, I think there should be one underneath as well. Well, I'm not doing it for money to begin with. That's the thing. I mean, I'm just doing it because it's fun for me. If I was doing it for money, we would have a very different conversation here. I'm fortunate enough to have a decent job where I can allow myself to, you know, stream for fun. if in the future this will become my job, I will be taking it more seriously. But for now, I just enjoy hanging out with you guys, enjoy having a good time, and, you know, just chilling, pretty much. This is a good place for me to also de-stress and get my craziness out there, you know? Because there's nothing worse for me than just simmer in my own insanity juices, shall I say. And this is a very healthy way for me to get it all out there. In a very productive way, shall we say. Satwick was looking at the airlines for the past 5 days, trying to scout the cheapest ticket imaginable. Satwick is 3 days late. Or 4 days. Because I think we had the conversation on Thursday, didn't we? And Satwick was like, okay, I got this. The Metron said time and space to send their message. Okay, let me see. I think there was one in here somewhere. So let me climb up. Ooh, nope. Yeah, there we go. There's another one. Has nobody got in here? I don't like the look of this. This looks very suspicious. Wait, what? What? I didn't even know this chest you can open in co-op. Okay, Greg, give me a second. I want to know why I can't open this chest. Is this like part of a quest or something? Greg, join in 5 minutes. Just give me a second.
For emergencies.
Wait. Hold up. What kind of black magic is this? Well, I guess this is my new home. You know, it was bound to happen. I was bound to get locked up one way or another. And you know, I guess this is how I go out. It was good knowing you guys. I'll see you on the flip side. Or maybe no. I don't know why it wasn't showing up in co-op. I literally don't understand. I didn't think there was any unco-opable treasures to begin with. That's super weird.
Leave me alone. Burn to ashes. Settled.
I mean, to be honest, I've been finding quite a lot of glitches on stream, and I don't know if it's because my hands are just destined to break things, or because the game is a little bit buggy for me. Because I did notice that on my phone, I get a lot of actual glitches because my connections keep shifting from good to bad all the time. So one of the glitches I found, I was doing some boss runs on both accounts, this one and my Kaltura account. And somehow I managed to kill the boss on this account, right? But for my Kaltura account, the enemies were still alive. And the problem was that I could still claim the reward, but the enemies wouldn't stop attacking me. So I find those kinds of glitches all the time. But the funniest one was me falling through a wall while finding Thunder in Memphis. I'm pretty sure that nothing will top that. That was like the guy itself open up his jaws and be like, you know what? This man, I had to stop him, even if it means breaking the earth itself. I personally found that Kalchura works really well. So, I can give you a team, sadly. Use Verena and Kalchura. So, Kalchura is this gentleman right here. If you don't have... Do you have Kalchura, actually? I should have probably asked that first. What DPSs do you have? Because, I mean, Enko is good, but the problem is Yilin buffs Electro units. Mostly. She does buff others, but she's mostly for Electro units. And the problem is that if you don't have Kalchura, you not really gonna have a lot of options, I'd say. Because, unfortunately... let me show you. So unfortunately, there isn't many Electro units. The only other one that you can potentially use is this guy, who I actually quite like. I think he's pretty cool. This guy, you know, the Hunt Alter type individual. You get this fedora wearing gentleman, and he's pretty good. A lot of people don't like him, but I find him quite fun, to be honest. I think he's a really good unit. Enko is good, but the problem with her that I find is she's a little bit slow. But if you can get past the slowness, she is actually pretty fun. You can build Yinlin as a hybrid DPS, to be honest. She can be a very clutch burst DPS. Because she has a very wide AoE range, and she's technically ranged as well, so you can get a lot of enemies dispatched with her. Relatively easy. Right, while Greg giving you some tips, I'll go find more treasures. Anything here? I know what I'm talking about. Greg! Look. I might not know much, but when it comes to gacha games, I know everything there is to know. Okay, how do I break this? Where's the burning orb of doom?
Wind Rider.
I mean, Emma is good, but the problem that I have with her is that I don't have her. So, you know, she's not good for me. Because I don't have her.
Tell truth or facade.
Any character that I don't have is bad, because I don't have them. And when I get them, they become instantly good for me. That's how my prejudice works when it comes to units. I hate them when I don't get them. And I feel like that's the kind of mentality you all should adopt as well. Hate them until you get them, and in this case, love. Because that's the same thing, the same mentality I'm gonna have with Jinhsi. If she comes home, I'm gonna love her to bits, and if she doesn't, I'm gonna hate her forever. Yinlin buffs electro damage. What are you talking about, Greg? She'll... Okay. Look. I may not know much, but I read what she does. Okay? Look. So, let's take a look, Greg. Let's take a look what she does. So she does electro damage, right? On resonance skills. Okay, let's see. After casting, cast electro execution to tag the target. So she has all field electro damage, right? What does her main damage do? Yeah, she basically just boosts electro damage. Yeah, that's all she does. Like, I'm not joking. What do you want me to say, Greg? I read the description, okay? I don't know what else she does. She boosts electro damage. That's all I know. I clearly couldn't see anything else. It might be hidden in a town somewhere, but I don't have patience or time to read it, honestly. So... Okay, so I got that. Was not another one. Okay, that one's fine.
Retreat to advance.
Wait, hold up. Why isn't it working?
Settled.
Okay, I guess it needs to go in a specific order. Never mind. No, I got that one, Greg. It just for some reason didn't work on there. Nope, not that. There we go.
For emergencies.
That took longer than it should have. But you know, it is what it is. Oh, she buffs ultimate damage as well. Yeah, but I'm just saying, her main purpose is buffing electro damage. Like, I'm not saying she's useless with other people, but let's be real. Kalchura is the only character that can utilize her potential to the fullest.
Extra supplies.
Which one are you talking about, Kain? Okay, where was that? Top. That's fine. Look, Greg, what do you want me to say? I'm saying to utilize Yinlin at full potential, Kalchura is your man. Am I wrong? Come on. I literally didn't say she's useless with anyone else. I just said she's the best with Kalchura. Because her main role is buffing electro units. You obviously can use any character with any character. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, meta is overrated anyway. That's why I say you can build your Yinlin as sub-burst DPS. Because who cares if she's sub-DPS anyway? You might as well build her as main.
Think you can catch up?
Finale tell truth from facade.
I actually do have a katana at home. No real one. But I do have one. I got one as a gift. Do you know actually how expensive real katanas are? Like, if you go to an actual blacksmith in Japan, even the smallest katana, which is Nadachi, you know, the tiny one, it could run you anywhere from 1 to 2 grand. And the big one, the proper one, if you want an actual blacksmith to make it and not some knockoff rubbish, you would need to pay anywhere from 4 grand to 8 grand for a real one. Those weapons are expensive, I don't know what to tell you.
Be more prepared.
I don't think samurais are making a comeback because the economy is in shambles. I'm pretty sure it would be cheaper to just use a machete or something. I mean, Sadvik, I would do it for honor, except I don't think I want to spend, like, 2 months worth of my paycheck on a sword that I'm never gonna use. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a little bit too much. If it had practical use, if I can go around on the street wearing katana, I would. But unfortunately, laws do not allow that. You're actually not allowed to wear swords. As unfortunate as that is, I know. A shocker. When I heard that, I couldn't stop crying. But you know, that's just how life is. Greg, did you already catch the floating thing over here? because the minimap shows us should be one. I can see it. So I assume you already caught it. Wait, where? What do you mean? No, I meant the Astrite thing, you know, the floating little globe that gives you Astrite if you pop it. Or the blue one. Because I can't see it. So I assume you got it already. That's fine. No, I just do remember you were, last time we did this, you were running around giving me random Astrites, and I just assume you did this. Okay, let's go further. Don't, Sadwick, don't. You better not. Even I wouldn't dare to do that. And I hate London. London is the worst place to live. You heard it right here. The place sucks. I swear to God, you go in there, you're expecting to see a nice, relaxing environment, you know, gentlemen everywhere, a nice suited individuals, you know, tea as far as the eye can see, nice London town, and the only thing you can see is smog, rain, and people that dress like they shop in Forever 21 only. And nowhere else. Or like bargain bin at Walmart selection. Reeking of nothing but beer and cheap and fish and chips. That's the only things you will see there. In other words, it's an experience unlike any, so I really recommend. Okay, Greg, you stand there. I need to deliberate.
Another day, another heroic me.
I see. So, you are the Mr. Cube, huh? Well, you see, Greg, I got the cube. So now we are at a stalemate. There you go. Now you are Mr. Cube. You see, Greg, you became what you always wanted to be. Right here, right now, you are the cube indeed. Look at that. What a fine specimen. Right here now you can see a wild Greg being entranced by a floating cube. This is a truly spectacle for the ages that doesn't happen very often in nature. We are very lucky to be treated to such occasion. So pay attention and embrace this wonderful
Victory will be ours.
gift of nature. Anyway, okay, so let's, I guess, I just... Is it like a specific order to them or something? Okay, there we go. You see, Greg, with our powers combined, nothing can stop us. I knew it.
For emergencies.
This is what we... As long as we combine our two brain cells, we will be unstoppable. And the cube is floating in the air now. Wow. Glorious. You see, Greg? What did I tell you? You wanted to become a cube, now you are the cube. I never went to Forever 21, I just heard the horror stories about it. That's why I made the comparison. I know that's where very, what would be the very polite way of putting it? Unsavory people go. You know, the kind of people that you probably don't really want to associate with. Because it's usually middle-aged women and their husbands that go there, from what I heard. And that's not the kind of company you want to be surrounded with. Okay, Greg. You're gonna be my treasure locator. And I need you to find me all the treasures. To be fair, I don't even know why people go to physical stores when online shopping exists. I always thought since like the age of 16 that physical shopping was cringe. Because it's like, why would I go to the store and try on things when I can just buy them online? And if they don't fit, I can just return them. Why would I want to go, waste my time, and speak to some random Joe Schmo to help me select my clothing selection? I'd rather not do that. I'd rather go and get Google Sensei to recommend me everything I ever needed. It's just a waste of time, honestly. I just hate wasting time. And shopping is one of those things. Especially when I was a child, my parents would always take me like clothing shopping, and their endeavor would take hours. Sometimes even the entire day. Meanwhile, if I go by myself, it's still gonna take me like 1 or 2 hours just because I need to find what I actually want. Because majority of the stores don't actually have what I want, which is another problem that I have. It's like, when I go online, I can clearly see everything. All the selection within my fingertips. In a store, it's like a gamble. It's 50-50 of life. You go in there, they may or may not have what you want. And why would you want to take that risk? Do you really want to waste like an hour of your time searching for stuff that probably is not even there? Because I'll tell you right now, I don't. I think in this particular case, it is kind. Because I don't think it's very productive to go and spend like 8 hours a day to go shopping. I don't think that's productivity in my mind. Laziness is something that you can do more efficiently but decide not to, deliberately. And this is not one of those cases, because you are literally being way more productive by not wasting your time. The only tangible reason to go and shop physically is if you want to try the clothing before you buy it. So let's say, for example, you just walk around, right? In the corner of your eyes, you just saw like a jacket or a pair of shoes that you like. There's nothing wrong with going to store and trying them, but that's completely another thing when you go and you don't know what you want and you just scour aimlessly for hours upon hours upon hours just to find something that most likely, as I said, not even there. You could literally waste hours and not find anything. We're getting some echoes on the way, which is very nice. You see, guys, when in doubt, Greg it out. Just get yourself your very own Greg to do all the challenges for you. It's as simple as that. You don't even need to try, really. You just need to sit back, relax, enjoy, you know, maybe have a cup of tea, a nice relaxing music put on a background, and just, you know, have a good time. You see, I just come in, Greg found me a chest already. Very nice. Well done, Greg. Off you go. You see, it's just that simple, guys. A lot of people say that treasure hunting is difficult. And to that I say, have you tried the way I do it? Because at the end of the day, it's all about dedication. If you don't have enough dedication, it's very difficult to treasure hunt. But when you have enough dedication, you see, this is kind of dedication. If you have this, easy. Absolute breeze. No worries, Angel. I'll catch you in a bit. Anyway, enough fluffing around. Let's get going. Oh wait, I need to mark that off. You see, guys, what I tell you. You just walk around, enjoy yourself, nice leisure pace. No hurrying in sight. Look. It's no illegal labor if it's voluntary. It's called apprenticeship. I take Greg to learn the ways of life, you know. I'm giving him life experience unlike any. You know, when he goes for his first job interview, he's gonna have in his CV helped a very intimidating British man find treasures. And you know, that's like at least 5 extra points on job availability. You know, when people ask you what's your strength, weaknesses, nobody really cares. But when you say, you know, there's achievement line and you said, I helped dig up treasure for free. Now, that's a kind of experience a lot of workplace people want. They want to know that in case they find a hidden treasure of, you know, Blackbeard or something in the coast of Caribbean, they can rely on you. You know, they can rely on you to be there with a shovel and determination of steel.
It works at least.
And that's what I'm providing for Greg right now. Determination of unlike any. And that's not the kind of work experience, you know, that lays around. It's only through persistence, dedication, and very intense labor that you can achieve that. It's not free labor. I'm paying Greg in flowers. You know, he steals my flowers. I'm getting treasures. Well, I think that's where our adventure ends.
Another heroic me.
You see, guys, when it comes to puzzles, this is my only weakness. Okay. So, okay, this one, right? No. Okay, well, how about this one? No. Okay. How about that one? No. Okay, how about this one?
Another day, another heroic me.
See what you made me do? See what you made me do, you absolute savage. How could you? How could you make a man do something as brutal as using his brain? Do you not have shame in you? Unbelievable. Okay, fine. Okay, okay, that one's done. That's one less to go. Presume I need to go there. I have very large experience with blowing things up. You know, Scar taught me how to do it. And you see, Greg, just like that. Just like that, the treasure has been found.
7. My last breath. Inferno. Tell truth or facade.
Right, where's the other one?
Finale.
You see, guys, and you tell me I don't do nothing for Greg. The man steals all my resources and just sits there and laughs at me silently. This is what you get, Greg. This is what you get for not helping out. You see? Well deserved.
Wind Rider.
No, I'm not a console gamer to begin with, so I never actually saw PS6 to begin with. I know what PS5 looks like, but assuming from that design, it's probably even worse. Let me guess, it looks like a very elaborately designed chair, you know? And the main selling point is you can play your games while sitting on it. Because who needs a sofa when you can sit on your PlayStation 6? It doubles as a console and a sitting device. Tell me how right I am. Because I assume it's 100%.
Extra supplies.
Look, Greg, you had to read the small print in the contract. It clearly says that whichever injury you get from working for me, I am not responsible for. It's written right there in a very tiny script. And you know what? Just because you haven't read it doesn't mean it's my fault. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. Always read your contracts before signing them, kids. Or you will be just like Greg. Nope, there's no... Look. In order to violate conditions, you need to have them in the first place. The only thing I promised you is that I will potentially feed you. But that's only if I feel like it. That was the only condition. Other than that, you're pretty much on your own. Well, you see, Greg, just because you didn't sign it doesn't mean your signature wasn't on it. You thought I couldn't replicate your signature? Who do you take me for? Greg, you see, you're my own lawyer, so you represent me in court. So if you sue me, you're gonna be suing yourself. Because all my legal battles are going through you. And you are my legal representative. So technically you cannot sue me because you will be suing yourself. And that's a legal loophole I found, Greg. So be my guest. Where's this, someone's casket? I've been looking for it everywhere. It should be up here, right? No? I'm actually lost. Wait. Am I missing something? I thought it would be up here, but I guess no. Is it like inside? There's no entrance anywhere. I'm not scamming. I'm just, you know, I'm giving him the reason to work harder. You gotta motivate your employees to give that 110%. All the time. Okay, wait. Ah, there. How did...
Think you can catch up?
Okay, I found it. I don't really know how I'm gonna get it, though. I don't think I can jump high enough. Let me think. I think I need to climb that wall over there. Or I can do this. Ah, that's not gonna be high enough. God. Look. For one individual, that could be missing, but for another one, it could be said as leaving it for later, you know? If you get everything at once, what would be the point of coming back here? I'm saving the resources for later exploration, you know? It's gonna be like a little treat. At a later date. Okay, there we go. We got that one. I think there's a chest somewhere here as well that I might have missed. Let's keep looking. I still can't get over how cool this is. I'm so glad that it's just permanently in the background. Because look, one of the coolest visual details of this game, I swear to God. And you can actually see it from the outside if you go to this boss battle, which is even cooler. Okay, is there nothing here? Okay, let me see. I think that's a story quest chest. We probably picked it up then. Never mind. False alarm, Greg. Let's keep going. Absolutely no worries, kind. Was a pleasure seeing you as always, and I'll catch you later. Have a good night. Wait, what was that? Is it like a quest item or something? It is. Oh, okay. I don't know what that's for, but I'll probably mark it just in case. Interesting. Alright, well, while Greg is distracted, we gotta slip away, you know? We can't allow him to give any illegal leeway. Because technically, if he can't catch me, he can't sue me. Ooh, wait, I spy with my little eye. I ran away.
Tell truth from facade. Finale. Tell truth from facade. Settled.
Wait, we called up. I ran away again. Alright, I'm gonna sit in here and wait for it. Like a predator waiting for its prey. Father Mortefi taking his daughter Trixie on an adventure today. Very heartwarming, touching moment. I swear to God, if these two are not related, I don't know what's real. They look like, if there's two characters that look like brother and sister, it's these two. Like, I swear to God.
My flames will be kept in check.
How dare you? How dare you steal my kill? You absolute savage. Just because we are of the same blood doesn't mean I will not do it. Fine. I appreciate your help. Okay, I think there's a few more chests in here somewhere.
Great. Tell truth from facade. Wind Rider.
I probably should actually use Verena just to heal us, because
Shall we go
my Jiyan
sightseeing
being
together?
kind of on the low, shall we say.
Wouldn't hurt to be more prepared.
And you do keep complaining that I don't heal you, so you know, I'll do my part. Once. Just this one time. Yes, we can, Greg, if you want.
Tell truth from facade.
For you, anything. Except money, life insurance, meal plan, very good work environment, you know, basic necessities, pretty much everything else. But, you know, forgery challenge, of course we can do.
Tell truth from facade.
I'm a very lenient employer, and you know, you can do anything except things that you cannot do.
Listen up.
Finale. Time to fight back. Prevail. The last night.
How dare you?
What?
How dare you kill my man?
Going against wind.
Son of a gun, I swear to God.
Photosynthesis. Life is in everything.
Tell truth from facade.
There we go. We are leveling our data bank, which is actually quite good. Because I do need high chance of getting gold echoes, since I'm still kind of lacking on them quite severely. Alright, Greg, which forgery challenge do you need to do? Well, you see, Greg, as Sadvik said, I'm providing only the best. You give the best and you get the best. Wait, did we do this already? Greg, are you good? You've been standing there for the past 5 minutes. That's why this man writing his, you know, thesis and gonna slap me with cease and desist by the end of this, I'm not gonna be very happy. Where did he go? Alright, I'll come with you. Well, Cyphic, you technically get the same treatment, you know? And you know that. Except, unlike Greg, you get pretty much everything he doesn't, and on top of that you get what he does. And the reason for that is simply because, unlike him, you don't go against me. And Greg goes against me all the time, so, you know, I gotta keep him on a very close hand distance. I gotta keep an eye on him. In fact, 2. Sometimes even 3. You never know. Because he's been plotting quite a lot behind my back. You see, he might be all innocent and friendly on the outside, but on the inside, let me tell you, there's deep-seated darkness. Unlike any. Oh, wait. Is it? Okay, I didn't know that that was actual co-op stuff. I thought that was just gonna be us. How do I invite you? There you go. I didn't know the co-op feature actually didn't need you to co-op. That's actually kind of cool, because one thing about Genshin that I always kind of... don't want to say disliked, but I always hated the feature where you had to wait. Because you go in some domains, back in the day especially, and you wait for like 20 minutes for somebody to show up. And that was hell. Meanwhile, in here it takes 2 seconds. Granted, I'm probably never gonna use it, because why would I play with other people? But you know, in case I do, in case I'll get the change of heart, mind, and body, as well as sanity, maybe I'll try.
Keep your...
Alright, let's see who is better, Jiyan and Kaltura. This is gonna be the clash of the titans. Ignore the number, by the way. The Greg's Kaltura is on steroids, okay? And my Jiyan is dead, so there's that. Hi there, Kakarot. Hopefully you're doing great. I'm glad to see you. Anyway, you know what? First round's up to you, but guess what? My Varina is gonna outdamage your Kaltura, Greg. Claim this. I don't have any wayplay, so I can't claim it.
Keep your fangs
This
shut.
man thinks he's so good. Just because he got a battle pass weapon, he thinks he's all that. Unbelievable. This is what happens, guys. You don't touch grass for 3 weeks, you get a battle pass weapon, and you're a changed man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Unbelievable. No shame. No even a shred of remorse. Unbelievable. Alright.
Imitation.
Look, Greg, there's something called self-restraint. Look at this. Look at this.
Watch out.
Absolute free-to-play peak. No single cent spent yet. And the key question is, the key word is yet. It might turn out very differently soon enough. one lost. One lost 50-50 away to throw it all away, selling my all mortal possessions and investing in this game. You know, that's how it be. I'm using I'm using the support build on her, but I have the energy recharge one because I do like her heals rotation to be faster. So I'll show you what I'm using pretty much. Now take it with a grain of salt. I built my characters basically on what I had. It's not the best builds possible, but it's kind of what works for me. And the way I built my Verena is mostly for two things. Healing and tanking damage. I don't need her to do anything else, really. So I'm using a variation on her because it gives her a ton of energy regen, and it also gives her consider energy. So I found that this is the best on her personally. It's a 4-star weapon, but I just find it works exceptionally well for me personally. Look, what do you mean? Look at my Jiyan. Look at this. Look at this. You telling me this is Jiyan who doesn't... This is the kind of man that doesn't know how to build? You telling me your Jiyan is better, Greg? Oh wait, you don't have one. Well, sucks to suck. What can I say? So cocky. But no, I basically upgraded all his talents to the max. I can do more. You know, he's upgraded fully level, except level 59, because, you know, I like to keep him a little bit underleveled, just to put fear in my enemies. Now, my echo game is weak. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. My echo's bad. In fact, let me replace this, because this is actually decent. Let's go. I don't really have good echoes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm using trash right now. I literally don't have... Like, this is my best echo. And the problem with it is that it's not good. And that's why I'm trying to farm. But I just can't, for some reason, get arrow damage. I have this Hoochie, which is actually attack. So I'll probably replace this. That's actually pretty good. But yeah, I don't really have that good of a stuff. And that's my problem, really. I'll equip that. And do I have something else to put on him? No, HP, defense, yeah. So, my build is bad, but I'm working on it. In fact, tomorrow, just to give you a sneak peek, in fact, I can show you, you know, give you a little bit behind the scenes. So, I already pre-made thumbnail for tomorrow, and I'm just gonna show you because, you know, just a little bit of a special treatment for you. So, I got this going already. Let me just download it. Okay, there we go. So, I'm not gonna explain what we're gonna do, but I'm just gonna show you this image and you kind of figure it out. So, as you can see, we're gonna do something very special tomorrow. And you can probably guess what it is based on this particular image right here. And that's gonna be pretty exciting because I think my Jiyan needs it. And that's all I'm gonna say. But until then, we're just gonna, you know, keep going with exploration. Look, I do level up my echoes, but the thing is, so, just to give you a peek inside my psyche, right? I am the kind of man that hates wasting materials, so I refuse to level up anything that I don't think is good enough. So, for example, I leveled up this because Greg forced me to. If Greg didn't, and you know what? It probably would have been for better, but that's besides the point. That's the only echo I leveled up. I literally haven't leveled up anything else. And let's be real, this kind of stuff is no ideal. The only good echo I have is this one, because it has arrow damage and attack, and that's what you want. So this is the only actual usable one. Like these They have attack. I don't think I'm gonna use them for a long time, so I don't see the point of leveling them up. And that's how I rationalize no leveling up echoes. I just hate wasting. I hate waste, and I hate, you know, wasting materials more than anything. That is why, in every single game I've ever played, and you can quote me on this, you can go back and watch previous streams both in Genshin and Honkai Star Rail. I never waste materials. They include pools, they include crystal solvents, you know, the wayplates or whatever, materials, you name it. I never waste anything, including the EXP stuff. I always save it all until I need it. And that is my secret to never run out of resources. Just don't spend them. If you want to eternally stay rich, don't spend resources. And that is my moral lesson for you all. But that's also the reason why my crit rate is so low. Look, and I have to prove to Greg that his Kalchura is not that good. It's a point of pride. It's not about whether I'm better than him. It's about whether my Jiyan is better than his Kalchura. And deep down, we all know that he is. It's just he's not unleashed his full potential yet. He will get there. You just give him enough time. So the thing is, the only thing that Greg has on me is echoes. If you didn't have echoes on me, because Greg, unequip your echoes and let's go Kalchura to Jiyan. One-on-one. Only weapon. Exactly. You see, guys, many people don't understand that if you live like a dragon and forever hoard your wealth, you will never be poor. The secret to being wealthy in a gacha game is just don't spend. I know it's a very complex strategy, and not many people are able to implement it, but I'm just telling you guys, when you simply just don't do anything, the wealth is just gonna come your way. You know, you're gonna have, just like me, you know, you're gonna have 69 pools, you're gonna have 10,000 asteroids, and you're gonna have all the dreams in the world.
Tell truth from facade. Settled.
Oh, by the way, Greg, do you want a voice chat? Because Kagura just made a good point. Do you want a voice chat? Because I can push you if you want. Unless you know, not in a situation to talk right now. Because I know you have your moments. Well, Kagura, just to give you a little bit of insight on Greg. You see, Greg is a very special individual. So, I invited Greg... This is, by the way, my second account. Just so you guys know why I have it invited to me. I'm not just befriending random people. This is my account, but... anyway, Greg... So, to explain to you how Greg got into this game. Originally, Greg didn't even care about Wuthering Waves, but as soon as I started playing it, I roped him inside of it by premise of saying that this game is really good. Now, Greg has a very addictive personality, and that is to say that whenever he actually gets involved into a game, it happened with Honkai Star Rail, it happened with Genshin, and I'm sure will happen with the Zenless Zone Zero. But basically, when he starts a game, he pretends like he doesn't care at first. When deep inside he understands that he's gonna sell all his lively possessions, soul, and sanity for the game that he's playing. As I said, it will continue. It's like a never-ending cycle. You know Ouroboros, the never-ending eating snake, the prejudice of Ragnarok? Well, that's what Greg is. He just continuously self-destructs himself with every new gacha game. And that is to say that he pretty much haven't stopped playing at least 8 hours a day every day. And that's just how he got to where he is right now. Meanwhile, somebody like me, you know, just plays for 2 hours a day or so and just quits, you know, with clear consciousness and mind, and calls it a day. But no Greg. I think Greg actually leveled up his databank to level 15 within the first 3 days. Which is crazy to think about. Meanwhile, it took me like 3 weeks. So yeah. That's a comparison for you. Did you actually start earlier than me? Because I thought that originally I did a stream on the first day, right? And I remember you asking me if the game is good. And only then you started playing. Like on the second day. I thought that was the case. Well, that is true, Kagura. The thing is, I've been playing gacha games since the age of like 12, so for the past almost 11 years. So, when it comes to gacha games, I just developed this, I guess you can call it instinct, where I just don't care anymore. I had my phases in many gacha games where I took them way too seriously. I would spend ungodly amount of time, effort, and money on them. And at a certain point, I just realized that the more you actually care about a gacha game, the less you enjoy it. So as long as you just take it easy and, you know, just do things at your own pace and no stress about maximizing your output, not, you know, min-maxing, not getting the best characters possible, and just having fun, the game becomes so much more enjoyable. Like, I swear to God, I never understood people who take gacha as a second job. Because Greg is definitely one of those people. And he doesn't even have the first one. You know? I'm joking, Greg, by the way. You know that. I mean, look. Let me tell you something. I played gacha games, so I'm a different kind of gamer. I started my gacha addiction based on online games. So back in the day, I'm not sure if you guys old enough to remember, but there were a lot of anime games on the web. And the main premise of them is that you basically pull for characters, right? And you upgrade them, you level them up, you fight each other, blah blah blah. It's basically carbon copy paste any gacha game imaginable. And the thing is, they were plastered all over the internet since, as far as I can remember. The earliest one that comes to memory was a Naruto game. I think it was called Naruto Shippuden or something. And basically, it was like a 2D scroller where you had like a team of 5 characters just automatically fighting each other, right? And you would have to pull for them. There was like clans, guilds, you know, all that BS. And I played pretty much every single one of those in existence. I think I played at least 100 gacha games in my time. And that's a very low number. I probably played way more, but just from memory, I think I played at least 100. It could be in 4 digits, but I was addicted to them. I would literally go back home after school every single day, and I would Google, like, anime gacha games. And I would just play them all. It didn't matter how bad they were. Because the thing is, 99.9% of them were horrendous. And I'm not talking whether they were unplayable. They were just so unbelievably greedy and so unbelievably devoid of any purpose whatsoever that you didn't have a reason to play them. Yet, they were addictive because of their IP. So, as a kid especially, when you first discover anime, it's like your entire world. I'm sure a majority of you can relate to that. The first time you discover One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, you name it, all you want to do is watch those animes, all you want to do is play games around them, and all you want to do is read manga, right? So, whenever you find a game based on those, you're like, yes please. And that's all I did. Nowadays, luckily, we have better games. So, it's less enticing to play bad games. But, during my youth, I didn't have that privilege. I had to play whatever I could get my hands on. And unfortunately that meant I had to sift through a lot of garbage in order to actually play some decent stuff.
Break.
And even if it was mobile gacha games, which came a little bit later. I think I started playing maybe... My first mobile gacha game was probably Honkai Impact 3rd, I wanna say. No, actually Bleach Brave Souls. That was my first one. And that one was in 2015. My second one was Honkai Impact 3rd, which was in 2016, I believe. And those were the first two gacha games which were actually good. All those before them were atrocious. Honestly, probably the worst things I ever seen in my life. And that's not me even joking. They were just really that bad. I probably should use actually Finland. Let me remove this. And then put him here. And then equip Finland. Because crit damage is whatever, but I think his skill is probably better.
Tell truth from
Oh yeah, let's go. No. I enjoy talking about random stuff, you know. It's one of the funnest things when I come to stream. Usually, majority of the time, the gameplay is just a background distraction more than anything. It's just an excuse for me to talk about... If you stick around, you will see me... Drop my mouse for a second. You will see me talk about very random topics. There was one time where we go into an entire rabbit hole of pretty much manga and manhwa, and we spent, I think, half the stream just talking about it. Just different manhwa manga. Another stream, we go into the rabbit hole of airlines, out of all things. Me, Angel, Greg, Sadvik, we were just pretty much talking about what's the most expensive airlines. And is it worth it? And my entire premise of it was that if I get enough butlers, I will pay any amount of money to get onto it. And we find out that the most expensive airline out there, costing about 20 grand, and you get 13 butlers for that flight. And needless to say, I was impressed. And I was considering taking a mortgage to afford that. Because, you know, that sounds like a good time to me. Just having butlers upon butlers. For every single finger on my hand, one for my shoulder, one for my feet, and another one just to stand there and, you know, appreciate the scenery. That sounds like an absolute glorious time. Yes. I'd say Osima Pum Pum is really good. The only problem that I had with it is that the start is really slow. So if you can get past the slow burn of it, it's really good at doing the middle and towards the end. But the beginning is very slow. I'd say if I had to rate it, I'd give it 8 out of 10. It's definitely worth a read. Especially if you're into, like, more... what would be like psychological thriller, I guess, technically, because it is like a mysterious type situation.
Keep your fangs.
So I'd say it's worth the read, unless you're looking for action, because it doesn't really have much of that. It's more like just feel good type story. But I'm personally more of an action man, so you know, it wasn't particularly my cup of tea, but I did enjoy myself. When it comes to reading, I'm more of you know, manhwa man. So if you don't know, guys, manhwa is Korean version of manga, and the main discernment between the two is basically manhwa is colorized, and it is stylized differently. So instead of panels like you get in manga, you get like continuous line of images. So imagine image after image after image separated by like white space. That's the best way I can describe it. And honestly, ever since the age of 18, I have been addicted to it. Because there's something about colorized version of a story that just hits different. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like even the worst of manhwa somehow feels better than the best of manga. And I just purely feel like it's probably my caveman brain talking colors equals good. Story-wise, manga is always better. Like, there's no question about the mangakas in Japan are crazy. They just got story unlock. But the only thing that, as I said, edges out the Korean stuff for me is the colorization. It's just so good. Like, you watch Solo Leveling, and you're like, is it the best story ever? No. Not by a long shot. Is it better than Berserk? No. Is it better than, Death Note? No. Is it better than Soul Eater? No. But it's colorized. So, you just kind of get that, like, a little goblin inside your brain being like, well, it's colorized, so, it's gotta be good. I know this stuff has better story, but it doesn't have pretty colors. I mean, Greg, you're not wrong, by the way. Oh, you left from the game? Okay, that's chill. No worries, Greg. I'll go back to explorations. But you're not wrong. I mean, it is my inner kid talking inside of me. Where, I prefer easier to read stuff. Because with manga, you need to actually pay attention and get yourself immersed in the story. And majority of the time, I just don't have brain power for it, because most of the time I read manhwa during, like, night, because that's the only free time I have, unfortunately. So the last thing I want is to overload my brain with information and emotions. So manhwa just seemed like the perfect choice for me, where I can just zone out and don't think at all. And just have a good time. And that's what appealed to me personally. I still read manga. Don't get me wrong. Whenever I have a chance, I go back to, I just finished reading Berserk the other day. Or at least to the point where it stopped, since the author unfortunately passed away. And it was a great time, It was an absolutely amazing experience. Okay, Greg, well, you don't need to call me out like that. Unbelievable. You're supposed to be my hype man over here. And what you do? Unbelievable, You employ an individual like that as your lawyer, and the next thing you know, they're gonna represent you in court against you.
Set by the time.
It is what it is, I guess. Exactly. Thank you, Kagura. I'm glad there's somebody else like me, because, whenever I say that to Chad, the guys in here are like, Lux, you just have a 12-year-old's brain. And I'm like, yes, I do, but on the other hand, come on, the colors. Because, everybody likes to pretend to be a connoisseur of finer things, and so am I, don't get me wrong. I like to pretend that I have a palette of a deity, unlike any, but let's be real. Being a caveman is way easy and way more entertaining.
To be more prepared.
Not all the time, but majority of the time. It just, when you stop thinking about hard things, the life just becomes so much easier. It's so much more enjoyable. And that's the main part why I advocate for never thinking. In fact, go on your pure instinct. If something inside your brain tells you, to do something, you just gotta listen to it. If your gut tells you to do something that is a bad thing, you might as well go for it. Because how else are you gonna know what the outcome will be if you don't try? Absolutely no worries, Greg. Was pleasure seeing you as always, and I'll catch you later. Alright, let's tone it down a little bit and go back to the exploration part. Because it's only 10 o'clock, I can't be losing my mind to too hard, otherwise
Extra
my brain
supplies.
gonna get fried before I even know it. Let's turn this down. Okay, let's see. What else do we have in here? This is actually one of my favorite things to do. Like, I enjoy just going on an adventure without actual goal in mind, really. And just seeing what the world has to offer. I was really missing this experience before Wuthering Waves comes out. Because the only time I actually had it before was during early days of Genshin. Like, I'm talking first year. Because after that, it was more about just collecting the resource for the next gacha banner. I didn't really care much about how to get them. Or the story that much, but this is nice. Okay, so I assume I need to do them in a specific order. So I'm just gonna try random things and see if anything works. No, okay. Let's try this way. There's no really indicators or anything, so... No. Okay, let's try this way. Okay, this one didn't stop. Okay, let's try this. Am I missing something? I was never good at these puzzles, to be honest. I did hear about that. The thing is, I was actually quite excited about because I heard that we're gonna meet more Fraxidus in a new area. Because I feel like we're either gonna get more Scar or we're gonna get more of Camellia. And I think Camellia, because I did overhear that she coming out in 1.2. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I kind of heard, so take that with a grain of salt. Okay, so there's 4 of them. Let's try this, this. And to be fair, I'm not that big of a fan of Camellia, but I am kind of high for Scar. And I really hope that we're gonna be able to play with him. Because Scar is my personal favorite character in this entire game. Just like Dotaro was in Genshin, Scar is just such a fun character, and I feel like he deserves to be playable. Because he's so fun, you know? And I feel like his character is just so well written that if he's not gonna be playable, I'm gonna be disappointed. Tremendously. The thing is, I understand why. Because, you know, people like to thirst. And it is what it is. So, just to give you a little bit inside my psyche. Whenever there's a character that is super thirsty in a game, I usually have a very mixed opinion about them. Because if it's just a thirst for the sake of thirst, I'm not into it. If it's a justifiable thirst like Scar has, now, I feel like that's pretty cool. But Camellia just kind of feels more like her only character plot point right now is that she's thirst after Rover.
Victory.
And there was nothing else we really learned about her. So, as a character, she just feels very one-dimensional as of right now. Hopefully that's not going to be the case for future, and we're actually going to learn what she's all about. And she's going to have a little bit more character development. But if not, I don't really know if I'm gonna be that interested in her. Yes, I actually do like villains, because the thing is, I just feel like heroes usually are very boring. And I don't know if that's just me, but I always enjoyed more... I don't want to say evil characters, because I wouldn't necessarily call Scar evil, because he's not. He's more like
Never mind.
misunderstood anti-hero, I'd say, because he doesn't really do anything villainous, or at least he didn't do yet. And that's the kind of characters I like, where you kind of have to decide in your own mind whether they are a villain or not. Because labeling somebody as a good or bad is kind of, you know, not really up to my alley. But if we had to take like black and white heroes and villains, I feel like villains are usually way more well written, and they are more, how should I describe it? I guess less predictable. Because with heroes, you kind of can see where they're coming from and what they're gonna do in order to achieve their goals. But with villains, it's kind of like a toss-up, because you never know what they're gonna do. You know, at one point, they can try to murder the entire human race, and another one, they can help you, you know? And that's why I prefer villains over heroes. Because you never see a hero just out of nowhere. Imagine Jiyan out of nowhere just turns back on his army and just decides to slaughter them all. For no reason, you know, just for fun. That would be cool, but that would be very unlike his character. But if Scar did that, you know, if he decided either to help or to slaughter somebody, you'd be like, yeah, that's understandable. That's in part with the character. And that's why I prefer personally more. I hope that made sense.
Tell truth from facade.
That is not to say the heroes are bland or anything like that, because, as I say, I love Jiyan. Jiyan is my second favorite character in this game. And I think my third one probably would be Jinhsi, because I just like her motivation in general. And she seems like a very determined individual, and I can get behind that. Okay, is there anything here? Let's see. Any treasures? Yes,
For emergencies.
indeed. Okay, I got some paper stuff. Let's see, is there anything here? No. Anything in tower? I just think she's the first female unit that I actually care about. Because before, when you look at all the female characters, for me personally, the only few that I kind of felt like had a really cool character development is Jin, because, you know, she has kind of like crazy side to her, and I feel like that's a pretty cool trait, and Shanhu, or Sanhua, because, you know, we kind of got to know her. She kind of like our little stalker. And, you know, I kind of feel like that's kind of fun. And the last one is Yan Yan. And, you know, not many people like Yan Yan because they kind of comparing her to Amber of this universe. And honestly, I don't really agree with that. I think she's actually a pretty well-written character. And honestly, I don't hate her, but I wouldn't say I like her that much. But I'd say my first personal favorite character is probably Sanhu, female-wise. It's just for some reason, so far, there's non-female characters that were like super eye-catching for me personally. On the male side, however, Motethi, Jiyan, even Lin Yan, I feel like his story quest was super good. And I feel like these two in particular are probably the most well-written characters. Especially Jiyan. Jiyan's story was an absolute rollercoaster of emotions, and honestly, I almost teared up when I was experiencing it. It was absolute pleasure. March 7th, I can see that, yeah. I do feel that way as well. Because the thing is, she doesn't really have the boisterous personality like Amber and March 7th, but she has like that sidekick type character about her, if that makes sense. And I can get behind that. Alright, let's go and search for more stuff. I can spy another treasure.
Tell truth from facade.
Also, speaking of Jinhsi, I think she's actually coming on Wednesday. I believe that she drops right after Yanlin's banner. So, we're probably gonna pull for her on actual Wednesday, because I do have enough, but I always want to save up as much as possible, just in case it's not enough. Because I'm always worried about losing 50-50. That's like a never-ending looming threat that I had with every single Hoyoverse game, and now in here. Because there's nothing worse than when you're expecting a character, and then you pull for them, and you lose, and then you don't have any resources, and you're like, well, I guess I'm just gonna go cry for the next 2 weeks until they go away.
For emergencies.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, her teacher. I do know who you're talking about. The Chun-Li, I believe, right? The Yaemiko type lady. And to be honest, she seems cool, but I feel like she's gonna be the same type of personality as Yaemiko. And honestly, I'm just I'm not that thirsty. You know, I hope she won't be. I hope she actually will be a really cool character, but you know, there's to be waiting to be seen.
Extra supplies.
Open this. Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, I guess we walked into a quest. Same character. As I said, I always had hard time getting into the characters that all they have about them is their looks. That's one of the issues I had with Genshin as well, because majority of characters that people really liked were just because they were hot. And I always had a mentality of, if I don't like the character's personality, and I don't like, you know, how they portray themselves, I usually don't care that much about them. That's why my personal favorite character in the entire game was Zhongli. Because I feel like the man was an absolute pleasure to be around, you know? All he did was talk about tea and wine all day. And how can you hate on that? And I also loved Ito. Because Ito is just pretty much mirror image of myself. He's just as dumb, but just as kind-hearted, and, you know, has a big personality, shall we say. That's the kind of characters I like. Okay, I guess I'll read this since we're already here. Probably not gonna do it, but we'll see. The small camp with just a few teammates. We can take it down today. But we're just here for the reconnaissance. I think the stream froze for a second. Apologies about that. I don't know why the stream just decided to, you know, buffer out. Sorry about that. I think my voice acting was too good for it. It didn't feel like handling it anymore. But anyways, I was saying, I only just now realized who is the male character and who is the female. That's the only thing I have problem with, that they don't actually talk, so it's hard to tell without their body language. So, you know what? He will only know when we have won a great victory and will commend us greatly. What are you talking about? Wow, exiles are here. Don't catch me. What exiles? Take a closer look at his attire. Does it look like those thieves? Then, why are you? I was just passing by, honestly. No, I think it was on my end as well. I'm pretty sure it's just my Wi-Fi had a little bit of a breakdown momentarily. I have that every now and again, but hopefully that won't be happening again. Plus the weather outside hasn't been that great. I think it's super windy, so it might be connection error because of that. Just passing by. It's quite rare to come to the wilderness. Well, it's a good thing. I'm in need of some help. We're a temporary team called Outrider Squad. I'm storing the blades, and she's Lingdi. We came to investigate the situation of this camp today. But I have already figured out the situation inside. It's just a group of exiles, so I'm ready to launch the attack first. So, what do you think? Do you want to join us and contribute to Midnight Rangers together? I don't want to be scolded by the captain. Don't involve me. Don't need to ask your captain. Why ask? We can recuperate. I'll recapture this camp in advance and give him a surprise. Isn't that better? Forget it. You two are so hesitant. You can't rely on it at all. I will lead the team to attack the camp at the planned time. You just wait for my triumphant return. Don't be impulsive. Alright. Look at you, so cowardly. You will regret not joining me today when you see me become an official member of the Midnight Rangers. Okay, well, that was a little bit of a unplanned intermission, I guess. First the stream lagging and now the story quest, but you know, we go through that. So let's get back to the... Okay. The treasure hunt. There we go.
Better than nothing.
Okay, I think there's more around here somewhere. Yeah, I do. So, just to give you a little bit of background on me, I quite enjoy voice acting, and I usually try to incorporate that into my streams as well. Just because I find it a little bit more fun, and I usually give like goofy voices to villains and all that. And I don't know, ever since I was a child, I always enjoyed mimicking like the anime characters and movies and all that, and it just kind of stuck with me, and you know, I enjoy portraying that in a way. Plus my voice is pretty malleable, so that's that as well. The only thing that I'm struggling with is female voices, as you probably will learn soon enough. Because my voice is quite, as you would call, husky, I'd say. And, you know, it's not the best for female characters. But other than that, I still enjoy it. Okay, so I guess I need to hack all these places in order to unlock that one. Let's go... Wait, no. So, let's go from the top. Let's do... No, wait. Sorry. Apologies about that, guys. I don't know what's going on. Like, we were fine before the past 10 minutes, but for some reason the stream started lagging a little bit. I think it's because I got, like, the storm raging inside right now, so this could be why. If it does happen again, apologies in advance, but hopefully it won't. Okay, let's go with this. Yeah, so I live in UK, right? And we do have like a rainy and I guess we're back. I don't know what's going on, honestly. I swear to God. Absolutely. You know, the best way I would describe UK weather is abhorrent at best and miserable at worst, because majority of the time is nothing but rain, and that's pretty much 95% of the weather we get. But as I was saying, we are in the rainy season. I'm not sure if you guys called that, and unfortunately, for the past couple of weeks, we had a lot of tumultuous rains. So there has been that, and yeah, hasn't been pretty.
Prepared.
I did that just now, so hopefully it will be okay. I mean, I have a pretty strong connection, so usually it doesn't happen that often, especially in concession. But, you know, I can't really do much else. As I say, hopefully not gonna happen too often. And if it does, as I say, apologies about that. Okay.
Silence.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that. But yeah, I can complain about weather all day, every day, honestly. It's a local attraction. If you ever find a Brit that doesn't complain about the weather, they're probably not British at all. Because it's pretty much as soon as you come here, it's part of your... you know, when you get citizenship, it's right there below in a small script written. You are obliged to complain about the weather at least once a day. Otherwise, your citizenship will get revoked. You know, I'm just here fulfilling my duty, more than anything. Because the last thing I would want is to get deported. Okay, nothing here. I think there was supposed to be a chest somewhere around here, if my memory serves me right. I think it was under the stairs. Let me see.